And we are live.
What's up? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode 4 of the Lower Middle East Side podcast. I'm Christian John. This is M. Dos. Dos, how you doing?
Episode Quattro, people. We're here.
Just celebrated 4th of July. Dos, you had a good time?
The 4th on the 4th. Look at that.
Nice, man. You had a good time, huh?
I had a great time. It was good.
You do anything fun? Anything special?
I actually had a housewarming, went to my friend's house, saw a lot of illegal fireworks, but it was fun. It was a personal show.
Yeah,
all over New York City.
People are getting away with a lot this year, and they know it too. So it's you do what you can to get by during the quarantine. It is what it is. Nobody's cracking down this year, I don't think.
I feel like we're in Baghdad. They're just bombs going off.
Anyway, we got a really special episode today, so let's get right into it. You want to introduce our guest for us?
Oh, yes. Listen, a personal friend of mine. I would like to introduce my good friend. It's gonna be May. May!
Is this where I roll in?
This is where you roll in, I guess.
This is a very, very embarrassing intro. Okay.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got May from MaisVault.
Woo!
Yes. Hi.
You know her, you love her from all the platforms of social media. She is
I hope so.
a very, very special guest. She's the what is this thing called? Oh, it's a podcast. That's what
She's
our
podcast.
I'm like, what kind of show is this? She's our show's first guest, May from MaisVault. May, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And so just so everybody understands, we want to kind of explain what it is you do. So you are a comedian, but you're not just a comedian, you're a blogger.
Yeah, I'm a content creator on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And I'm not like a stand-up comedian, but I like to do a lot of comedy. And it's a lot of Arab American comedy, strict foreign household comedy type stuff.
That's awesome. And then you also make content about lifestyle?
Yes. Yeah, like I guess like my platform is like me as a brand, because I do like curly hair routines. I do like house things that I deal with in my household growing up as an Egyptian American. And like I show my family, my parents. What else do I show? I show everything, basically, skin routines, like anything, everything. But mostly I like to shed light on like growing up and having like the Arab American touch in my life. That's like my main thing.
That's awesome. So of all of these things, what did you like start off with in terms of your content? Did you start off with lifestyle? Did you start off with comedy? Did you start blogging? What was your first thing that you broke with?
So I started off blogging with jewelry. I had a jewelry brand. And so I was really into like fashion and curly hair. And this was about like 2-3 years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah. I started my own Egyptian jewelry company where I'd have a luggage basically going to Egypt. I'd fill it up with silver jewelry. And then I wanted to start my own brand of like, because I loved Egyptian jewelry. And I was like, I wanted to build a brand around it. So then I started blogging on the internet and doing that. It was doing well, but I was working full time at the same time. And I realized like I was passionate about it to a certain extent. Like it wasn't like keeping me up at night kind of thing, you know?
That's cool. And then in terms of Egyptian, when you say Egyptian jewelry, what is that? How does that distinguish from like regular jewelry?
So I had like a lot of hieroglyphics jewelry, Cleopatra, Nefertiti, Lotus, like just a lot of like ancient Egyptian jewelry, the evil eyes, things like that.
I actually remember when you used to go to Egypt and you used to get the name tags in hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Like that's such a classic thing, but my name is like, I have a long name, it's 8 letters, so it's like I had to get one this big and I was rocking around like this.
Oh my God.
With Fudda, right? It was called Fudda? Is that what
Fudda.
Wait, you found one for you?
It was custom. It was custom made.
You found one that said M. Dos?
Never find one. You have to custom make these, like you.
Oh! It's not like It's not like the Coke cans or anything like that.
It's not like those those gas stations that have names like Bill and Bob, and they're like preset, pre-made.
Yeah, yeah.
There's Muhammad, there's Ahmed, there's
Like
Mina.
the little license plates with your first name, with your nickname on it.
Exactly. Just like that. Not that I should be talking because I could never find my name like either. So,
But May is May is pretty common. It's actually my sister's name.
really? Is it
Yeah,
spelled too?
Yeah, but it's MAY. It's not MAI.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
She's almost as cool. Not as cool, but almost.
She must be cool since her
She
name
is cool.
Anyway.
It's funny, guys. By the way, May is pronounced. It's not May, right? Because like other people, non-Middle Eastern people, are like, hey May, hey May. No, it's May, right? Do you correct people when people say your name?
No,
Wait, I need clarification on this. What's the difference?
May and May. It's
May?
like, yeah.
I think I need to hear from her.
Let's hear it from you.
What am I not understanding in terms of the difference?
So he is right. It is May. It is May, but like a lot, I would rather people say May than my. Okay, I'll take that any other day because I get my all the
My.
My.
That kills me.
I don't belong to anybody.
I'm my.
That joke bombed even with you two. Okay. Media platform. So what did you come out and start like swinging with? Like, what did you start making noise with first? YouTube or TikTok or what?
Okay, so like my social media story is so random. Like I started doing jewelry, right? And I started the jewelry company with my mom, right? So it was me and my mom, and like I wanted it to be like a mother-daughter company, and like we're starting it from the ground. And so we would do a lot of fairs, and we would do a lot of like Facebook marketing, and like our personalities are what you guys see now, but we would do it on our jewelry page. And I also had like a personal curly hair blog, like that was working too at the same time, and it was like my own page. So every time my mom would just like say something to me, I just like kind of record it in the moment and put it on my story, right? And it would just blow up, like, and I was like, huh? Like, this is her saying good morning, ya kalba, to me, and I thought it was normal. Like, I'm so used to the treatment that like I didn't realize that everyone was like, damn, like a lot of people would relate, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just like slowly I kept doing more and more, and then listening and paying attention, and then I'm like, wow, there's really not that much content like this out there. Right. And I was just like slowly, it's actually like I was in a place of experimentation, and I wasn't super confident. I was just like, you know, like testing the market kind of thing. Is that like a phrase? Like right. Drop a story. It would be stories. Like that was my way of experimenting, and it would blow up. I started, I really changed my page within a last year. I kept doing it. And I had no idea how to edit. I didn't know anything about content creation. I was working a full-time job and doing the jewelry thing. And then like the fact that my social media was working out for me, kind of, I just like realized like that's what I wanted to do. And so I quit my full-time job with no plan.
Wow. Woo! Mabruk!
That's awesome.
I don't know if it's a good example. Wait, don't encourage the audience.
Hold on, there's more to this story.
Right.
It's a ooh. It's not a woo. It's a ooh.
It's a ooh.
Yeah.
We're working our way to that good woo.
Yeah. She's like, it's like a fasikh smell. It's like ooh, ooh.
But yeah, I just realized like I really loved it, and I actually like love being in the spotlight. Like I know like a lot of people don't like recording or like recording themselves. I just realized like doing content creation was for me. Like I loved every single aspect of it except the editing part. Like I'm praying to God one day like someone handles the editing soon. But,
amen, by the way. Amen to that. We have our own struggles with that.
Yeah, that's why our cuts are so rough. But yeah, anyway. Go ahead.
Tell me about it. But what was I saying? Train.
So yeah, so you were like it was like becoming a journey where you were teaching yourself this whole thing and the editing and like the content creation.
Yes, and then okay, so I took a gamble where I was like, okay, I really enjoy doing this, so I'm gonna quit my full-time job. But as an Egyptian American girl who's living at home and whose parents are all up in her biz whiz, hi mama, all up in
Biz
her
whiz, his yo whiz.
seconds, yo, every 2 seconds, mama
Oh
on my
man.
grill.
Word.
I knew I had to play it smart because I didn't like the thing is with parents, you have to explain to them when you're what you're doing and you have to have a whole plan. It's like going on Shark Tank. You have to be like, hi mama, today I want to share with you my 5-year plan. And I at the time, no,
Pitching to her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom's like Kevin O'Leary. He's like, you're dead to me.
There's a better chance of the rest of the panel investing before an Egyptian parent or a Middle Eastern parent will invest. She'll be the last person to invest in the project before the rest do.
You're dead to me, May.
That's 100% true. And I felt like I had to like have all the answers ready, have everything in line for me to come up to mama and be like, hey, I'm quitting. Hey, what's up? And like I knew the heart attack and all of that. So what I did is I quit in silence. And yeah, I had like a good job. I was working in a law firm in Times Square. It was a private law firm. And I was there for 3 years. So I just like saved up enough money to be able to survive for a long time. Like I had that cushion and I'm also living at home. So I knew like I don't have kids. I don't have a family. Like I'm not married. I have no one to answer to.
Perfect time.
Exactly. So I'm like, what am I waiting for kind of thing. And so I just quit in silence and I would pack up a bag as if I'm going to work every single day. And I'd wake up at like 9 a.m. and I'd go sit in. I was one of those people that would go sit in a cafe for 8 hours straight, like only get up to go to the bathroom kind of thing, and then sit my ass back down. And in the meantime, I was taking Instagram courses. I was taking YouTube courses online. I was just trying to learn and like immerse myself. I was doing like content during, like I was trying to record. I had no idea how to edit. I was on iMovie, which is like really basic if you're starting off.
Right.
I was just going for it kind of thing.
Write that down. iMovie.
Hold on. iMovie. Good to go. We're still using VHS. I'm like editing with the VHS recorder. We're doing tracking.
But that's really awesome. That's really inspirational. You like, there's a risk involved, and then you don't have the easiest, culture of family to sell that dream to, but you still kind of worked through that and went for it anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't like I knew I wasn't gonna get the sweetie, you're gonna do great. Like just go for it. I knew it wasn't gonna be that, and I knew I had to show something for it, and I knew I needed my own time. You know what I mean? Like I personally didn't even know if it was still for me, kind of thing. I have to experiment myself to see it, and like I know that with the experimentation stage, like you can't be. For me, I couldn't be open with my family with it because what if I switched tomorrow? They would have thought I was batshit crazy. They would have been like, "This girl's like, a little wacky."
Right.
Anything. That's the thing. Like, it's like when you're trying to learn about yourself, it's like they want you to know who you are from when you're 10 years old. Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, there seems to have been though a little bit of a genius element into what I'm gathering from the way you do things on your Instagram, because it seems like some of the way you got your mom's support was, and I'm not saying you do this just to get your mom's support, but you got your mom involved. And then some of the funny things that are going on your page is your mom saying, you promised I would break the internet. And then your mom's not happy with only like 250,000 views, which the rest of us out there are like, we would die for that. And Mama Wafet is killing us. She's ahead of the game.
She is.
But so smart of you. So smart of you for her not to even know what the hell you're investing your time into. All of a sudden now she's running the rat race with you.
I just want to know, like, off the camera and on the camera, I want you guys to know that Mama Wafet is a super diva. She's worse. Is she gonna watch it? She's worse than Beyonce. She's worse than Madonna. And she has high expectations, and I do all the work. Like أنا شغالة وراها وهي قاعدة كده, like looking at the numbers.
This is how I know you're Egyptian, because you start counting with your fingers from the back.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Well, why do you think she brought you into this world? Like, and Egyptic le aslan. Like, what was your purpose?
Yeah, basically. But I think for her, like, she has a different definition. I think everybody has a different definition of social media.
Mm,
So I think for her, what was really scary is that she thought I was going to be like one of those IG models, or like, for her, Instagram was girls going in bikinis, getting hundreds and thousands of likes, getting flown out to all these areas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't blame her, because that was a lot. Like, sex is a big thing. Like, being sexy is a big thing on the internet. Like,
Right.
قلة
so
الأدب.
Right.
to each his own is what I'm gonna say. I like to keep it
Yeah.
neutral, you know. And then when I do post one day, I might. I'm joking. I'm
By
joking.
then, who knows? Maybe your mom will too. No, I'm joking.
That will break the internet for sure.
She'll break the internet. She'll break May's head. A lot of things will be breaking.
I'm joking. Wait, so you guys know each other from Dos? You and May happen to know each other from
Yes, I actually met her
from the
brother.
neighborhood or something.
Yeah, years ago. I'm still good friends with her brother. Shout out to him. Love you, bro. Miss you. It's been a while. He went on and got married and did the whole marriage thing.
Right, Mohammed.
Lit. Like, why would he do that? Naked. No, but I'm joking. And he just had a child too recently. I think I'm 2 years late on that, right?
Years.
2 years late, but Mabruk. But yeah, and I remember, do you remember this? When Mo brought you out, we went to some place, a restaurant lounge in
Mars.
Astoria or Ditmars, and you came out and you're like his little sister. And I think you guys came out from like working. I don't know what you guys were doing, like physical activity or something.
Yeah, we were in the gym, I think, right next door.
He has his little sister in the gym with him. And she comes in and she's like, they're both sweating. And I was like, hey guys. He's like, yeah, I brought my little sister.
That's mad cute.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
what? That was like 7. That could have been 6 or 7 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, for sure.
You were so young.
I know.
You're a little kid.
You're mid-20s now?
Yes, I'm 26 years old now.
Nice.
You know, I'm
Nice.
just taking it day by day, kind of thing.
Taking it day by day.
That's awesome.
Still young. My mom keeps trying to age me and telling me that I'm 30. I swear to God, she's like, "Yalla gawizin ti 30 sana." I'm like, "Damn, mama. Every day counts. I'm still 26. Leave me alone."
So she's trying, huh? She's trying to push you.
Anything to get me out of the house. It's the right way.
I also feel like Egyptians do that though. They round up a lot. Like, like you're 26, so mom was like, "Oh, khalas inti 30" for our viewers who don't speak Arabic. Means like you're already 30. Or like when you're out late, it's at like 10:15, and they'd be like, "Yalla, dakhalat ala sah 11." Like it's closing in on 11. It's like, ma, it's 10:15. Chill.
Yeah. The drama.
The drama.
No wonder why I'm successful in the drama industry, because I've been raised all around it all my life.
I was born in the drama, raised by the drama.
Tell us about the story of your Sweet 16. I think you have like a pretty funny story.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So growing up, I used to watch like this MTV Sweet 16 show, and like it just, I don't know, when you're younger and you watch these shows, you want to be in the shows. Like for the Sweet 16 show, I wanted to even be the person attending. So like just for years watching it, I knew I wanted to do something big for my Sweet 16, okay? But I also like live in an Arab household, and I know my parents are not going to like rent out a club and have Chris Brown perform like the other kids on Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be realistic, you know? So I was adamant. I was like, okay, for my Sweet 16, I'm going to go buy decorations. I want it to be super special. At that time, I had about 4 friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere, okay? It wasn't the biggest Sweet 16. It's not that funny. It's actually painful to remind. You don't have to laugh. Maybe you should wait till I finish for you to laugh, but it's okay.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, I had a few friends come over. First of all, my dad was coming and he was sitting down with us, and I was like, Dad, this is mad embarrassing. I'm 16 right now, and my dad is coming down talking to my friends. And not only was he talking, he was like saying all these dad jokes like, oh, you're Stephanie or Stephanie Shear, and like making this face, and I was dying. Like he would give all my friends nicknames.
Oh my God.
Basically. So then I was like, whatever. He got me an ice cream cake from Costco. It wasn't the most luxurious like on the show, but you know, it was enough to feed him.
The sheet
You
cake,
know,
the big
guys,
sheet cake.
the big ass sheet cake.
Anytime Costco is in the story, Costco and then Sweet 16. Like,
It's a bargain. It's a
doesn't
bargain
match
party.
MTV. Yeah. All right.
And then I was like, okay, you know, I really want to watch a scary movie. And I was like, Bubba, can we rent this on HBO? He's like, la, this is too much. This is very expensive. Blah, blah, blah. I think it was like $20 to rent a movie at the time. So I had to walk with all my friends and leave my Sweet 16. We had to walk to Blockbuster at the time, rent a movie for 75 cents. I had to make it like an adventure, like, hey guys, let's get some fresh air.
Oh my God.
I had to sell it to them. We walked to Blockbuster, we walked back. It was like a whole mission. Then we watched the movie. And that was my luxurious Sweet 16.
Oh my
And
God.
that's when I realized that two worlds collide, you know. I was in a different mindset, but my parents
God.
were.
Your standards kept like lowering as the night. She started off from MTV expectations,
Right.
and then she's
The Costco.
like,
Then
yeah.
then NBC, and then it turned into
The
feel like we
Blockbuster
could all
that
relate
went
to that,
literally under. They're bankrupt. They don't exist anymore.
they're gone.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
I want to ask you a question, switching gears really quickly. So, God bless, you are doing really, really well.
Killing
One
it.
one thing I know some people must be wondering is in terms of where this is going, like what your vision is for where you see this going. Do people ask you like a purpose of the whole thing? Because I know Middle Eastern people can kind of wander along that direction. You kind of
Yeah.
catch where I'm going with this?
For sure. So when I started this off, I noticed that there was a need for it on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like think about it in the long term. I was just like, hold up, I could be a social media person and there's not this type of content. But then like the more like I started doing it, and I did it with like I'm doing it with a passion, and I'm like, hold up, this is not just Instagram. There's a lack of representation for Arab Americans in the mainstream media here in the US, like period. So I feel like that's one of the things, besides the content being good, is one of the things that sticks out a lot here. You know, there's a lot of first generation people, whether they're Egyptian or not, who have crazy ass households, and it's nothing new. It's just something new to be like mainstream kind of.
Yeah.
And so with this, like, one of my goals is to be in mainstream media, to represent, like to bring a new flavor. Like we just started having people play different roles than terrorists and bombers and all this stuff. You know, we have talent and we need to like showcase it. And I really want more respect for creators. You know what I mean? Like, we are creative people, no matter like what you want to do, like drawing, I do videos, like, you know what I mean? It needs to be more encouraged. I'm
Right.
working on a show right now, and it's an Egyptian American girl, and her parents are trying to set her up to get married. And it's causing a lot of conflict with her parents. And she's also like in between, like she's living her American life, but she also understands that whole Egyptian let's get married now kind of thing. And so like it's a whole conflict, but it's also realistic. Like, I want something realistic to what we face here. I feel like it's so extreme, like what I watched. Like, I grew up watching either Jersey Shore, which is like kind of like crazy American, or watching like Tamsaleyas in Egypt. There was nothing ever in the middle, like
Right.
nothing I could ever relate to growing up. You know?
Right.
Unless me and my friends were gossiping in a circle, we did not see the type of stuff that we went through on the media.
Right.
So like, I'm really excited about the show because it's gonna show like that social aspect of like the pressure of getting married, but also like how caring our parents are, how we live kind of thing. Like, we're regular people too. That shows that we're human, we're funny, we're loving, we love food, we have great food. like we have enough bad press that like my goal is to show the good side. Like we have a lot of good things.
That's awesome.
Actually, going into that, May, so you're saying like the show is going to consist of like your experiences maybe in dating. Do you want to share some stories on how you go about dating, having an Egyptian mom? You want to touch up on that? I want to hear more about that.
Everyone does, and everyone, huh?
Here's some good stories. I know you got a few.
I don't date like that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just
Dating? What is that? That doesn't.
Looking like a true Egyptian girl.
Yeah.
girl.
What is dating? What is that?
Yeah.
No, I know that like we go
Next
through
thing you know, she's married.
basically like no one's gonna know I'm married until like I'm sure the day of the wedding you're gonna get a picture on my story.
Right.
But yeah, like we go through like our dating is different because this has always happened to me. Like I don't know what it is with dating guys here, but they always want you to be like, at least the guys I date, they want me to like share them on my story and like be mad nonchalant about it. And I'm like, have you lost your damn mind? You want me to die? Not like they don't understand. Like they think I'm hiding like something, but it's like, no, I was raised to never post stuff like that. Like, you know, like I'm very careful. I have family. If I was to go on a date, I have to tell the guy to meet me 2 blocks down. By the time I get to the car, I'm dripping sweat. My makeup's down here, and I'm like, change 3 outfits. I have a big ass bag, Mary Poppins bag, and then I'm answering phone calls on the date. Mama, I'm coming. Mama, stop calling me. You're embarrassing. Mama, I'm in the meeting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dating for me is a mission. It's a mission.
Yeah, man. The first time I dated, and I was like, because I've dated like whatever, all sorts of cultures, but the first time I dated a Middle Eastern girl, I did not know what I was in for in terms of like we were walking around the mall, and she was super paranoid. I felt like I was with Jason Bourne, and he was like running from the CIA. Like I was like, why are you so paranoid? Relax. She's like, I think that's it. Hide. I'm like, what's going on? Like. She's like running from the law.
Let me tell you something. One time I was meeting up with a friend. It wasn't even like a date, kinda, right? I was meeting up with a guy in my area, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? I know a really good coffee shop like in like by my house. Let's just go there. I pick him up from the train station and I pull up to the car, right? And I park my car. Literally right behind me, my mom pulls up. The dude is about to pull like reach for the hand, reach for the, what do you call it? I can't speak.
Handle, the door handle.
Yes, that. The dude is about to reach for the door handle, but like I'm stiff. I'm like numb, looking at the rear view mirror. I can't believe I see Mama Wafet with the.
Oh my god.
And I see my sister hop out the car. I'm like, we're dead. I was gonna die. And then he sees my face like this. He sees me looking at the rearview mirror. I couldn't even push out words. That's how scared I was.
Oh my god.
All of a sudden, he's like, that's your mom, right? Next thing I know, I just react. I swerve into the street. I freaking drive off. I didn't even look if there was cars. Like, that's how at risk you put in your life. I just drove off like a psycho. And I was like, I had mad anxiety. I was like, yo, did my mom see me? Like, what happened? She called me. So obviously she's seen the car and she's like, hey, May, why did you speed off like that? I was like, oh, the thing is, you also become an expert liar. And I was like, oh, Mom, I thought you couldn't park. You didn't have enough space to park, so I was being sweet. And I moved the car so you could park properly. And then this is how I knew I was safe. She was like, okay, when you get home, lower on the meat. Because it's red. Once she gave me that, I knew she didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
And I was driving like a gangster. I was like, bumping hip hop. Oh yeah, the police can't catch me.
You made it.
Yo, seriously.
In some way, shape, or form, though, I do feel like there's no escaping Mama Wafet. I feel like her presence is always there.
He's everywhere and anywhere. That's what
I can't deny that. It's true. She's
that's what it seems like.
She's a force.
We got one more serious question for you, or more on the serious side, and then we want to play a small game with you, and then we'll let you go.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So the last question we want to ask you is, do you have any advice for anybody looking to start like a passion project, how they would get started?
Well, I know a lot of people ask me how I create content, like what's the process for it. I personally didn't have a guideline. I just went about it like just figuring it out. But like I guess I can like save a lot of time for you. First of all, I read a lot of memes. Okay, and I follow a lot of Arab meme pages. Besides like things that have happened to me, or like sometimes someone will be talking to me literally in the middle of them talking. I'm like, not to be rude, and I pull out my phone. I'm like, that's a great video, and I just write it. Like some things happen in the moment. You write them down. I get some inspiration from memes, Arab meme pages or strict family pages, and things that have happened to me. And also like those pages help because they word it in a specific way so that it'll keep your mind working, you know, and have the video in a specific way, right? And then third of all, I absorb a lot of content. Like I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram all the time, watching videos, seeing what's hot with the trends, everything. Like I'm on top of trends like it's hot. Like especially like I do a lot of content for the Middle East. Things come out here first. So if you're trying to be big in the Middle East, it's good to like notice the trends here in the US and then like, you know, put your Arab spin on it so that like when the Middle East picks it up, you already have the Arab touch, you already have the US like trend. Everyone can pick it up in the US because it's already popping here. And then like people can relate in the Middle East. So that's like my system of like how to do things, right? And then like when it comes to shooting things, you really don't have to go that crazy. I shoot a lot of my skits with my iPhone. Literally, sometimes I gotta wipe the camera because I have a coffee stain on it or something, like a sweat stain, you know, like literally I just take my camera, I shoot it. Or for my YouTube videos, I have the Canon G7X, which is like the basic vlogging camera with a tripod. If I go to Egypt and I'm vlogging, whatever, for YouTube, I use that. But other than that, it's very basic. You just turn on your phone, you go for it, you do it. The hardest thing is I'm gonna get really passionate because people will get saying, no, I'm not this, I'm not that. And I understand where you're coming from because I used to be there, but like, you just have to put yourself out there. And especially for women, like, I feel like guys, there's so many more guy creators because girls, I feel like we're more scared to say a joke. We're more scared to put ourselves out there. We're more scared to look silly, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't nobody hitting on me anyway, so I don't be giving a shit. You know what I'm saying? Who wants a piece of this? And you know what I'm saying? You have to, you know, like just put yourself out there. And lastly, like I used to edit on iMovie, which is really, really simple when you start off. But I use this paid app. It's called Video Leap. None of this is sponsored. No one pays me for any of this.
Let me write that down. Video Leap. Video Leap.
Yeah, they're literally like, they made editing so much easier for me. And then when you get to a certain point, you can hire people to like edit for you. Like I got to a point where I'm already doing all my Instagram and TikTok content by myself. I have someone for YouTube that can take a load off of me and I could do the creative side and just send them the footage and they handle like the YouTube side, you know?
That's awesome.
We might have to hire him. Can we share him or her?
Yeah, for sure. But like in the beginning, it's good to do all the work yourself, everything.
Right.
Definitely.
That's awesome. That's great. I know this will help so many people.
That's great. Wait, Christian, before we get into it, I actually want to ask you a quick question. Speaking of you going to Egypt, and I want, because listen, all three of us were Egyptian, we're Middle Eastern, we're born and raised in New York, right? But how are your experiences in Egypt? When you go there, do people recognize you? What's your favorite places to go? Give us more of like you back home in Egypt.
Wait, were you born in Egypt?
Me? No, I was born in New York.
And Christian?
Same.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Where were you born?
Here in New York.
I'm
curious why you're asking him about his experience in Egypt.
This question is to you.
It's to you.
Oh, I was like, he's asking.
No, I don't think you get it. This is your interview.
Egypt. I mean,
they see me every episode. It's not interesting.
So Christian, tell us more about your.
Wait, so let's start from the beginning. Welcome everybody. This is May from MaisVault. You can catch her on YouTube. You got it?
Did you hear me going mad quiet? I was like, yeah.
Christian, tell us more about you.
Really
yeah, no, this is for you.
Oh.
This is you.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, like, what are my experiences in Egypt?
Yeah. Do people recognize you? What's your favorite places to go? I saw recent TikToks of you on a tractor, like an Uber picking you up, tractor stop.
Tractor.
Yeah, she had some cool experiences recently.
That's
Share
hilarious.
more on that for
So
our
it's
Egyptian
crazy
viewers.
because I started this within a year, so everything is pretty new to me.
Right.
When I did go to Egypt, it was crazy because a few people did recognize me, and I did have a meet and greet, and I did it like I mentioned it a week before. 14 people showed up, which was like really crazy for me because I'm starting off. And at the time, I had a lot. Like I was there in mid-February.
Those 14 people were all your cousins, right?
Oh no, he did it. Oh no, he did it.
Jesus.
I also feel like a lot of things have recently blown up. Like when I went to Egypt, I feel like I was at a not that I'm countering you and getting defensive, but I feel like back when I was out in Egypt, I was in a different phase. Like it was being successful, but I feel like now it's on a different level. Like if I were to go back to Egypt now, it's different from like February when I went.
Wow.
But yeah, and it's crazy because it's just been a few months in between. So like I just want to encourage people, like you might not be as amazing back then, but like things can change, you know.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
COVID really helped you.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
Like COVID for me was a wake-up call. Like, yeah, I want to be a content creator, but I was on turbo. Like if you were following me, I'm still posting once a day because like that's something I want to do, but I was on monster once or twice a day on it nonstop because I knew that was a time. It was like investing in stocks at a certain time, you know, like it's like a luxury. Like everyone's at home basically, and I knew everyone was on the internet, and I knew I had to capitalize off of it, kind of thing. Like
strike while the iron's hot.
Yes.
Yeah, this pandemic will hopefully, oh God, hopefully never happen again. And everyone was like on TV, on the net, on everything. I was like, wow, okay, time to shoot. So back to the Egypt question, basically. Before I left to Egypt, I was thinking about what kind of content I can create in Egypt that's different from here. I was all about the content creation. And so I asked my uncle, like I have a lot of family in the local areas. Like my dad is from the Said. So, and we go to the Said for sure. Like I spend a few days there and then I'm dying there because there's no internet. Like the internet is really bad.
You want to explain to the people what the Said is for people who don't know what that is?
Okay, Said is like it's Upper Egypt. It's like the village farm areas. It's where my dad is from. Basically farm life, you know, ducks, animals, tractors, donkeys, galabeyas.
They have a stereotype too of being like the most hard-headed people of Egypt.
Very hard-headed, but
Right.
very hard-headed, but have big hearts. You know?
Right.
But, yeah, so like I knew I didn't have a tractor here in Jackson Heights. I knew I had a tractor in the Said, like in Upper Egypt, and even in Cairo. Like we live in Sheraton, but like we used to be in Ain Shams. Like we used to go around there. So like I go to very local areas. Like yeah, I can pop up to like the nicer areas if I wanted to, but I really miss my family. Like I'm here in New York all year, and I like to just do chill things, like go hang out with them, go walk to the market. I love Egyptian sense of humor, so I'm always like kicking it with people and like going to cafes or whatever, just chill.
Definitely.
So yeah, like I told my uncle, I was like, I wanted to do a bargaining skit while I was out in Cairo, and he took me to this ghetto ass market, and it was in Nahda. Literally ducks and dogs walking by, and like people by the fruit and the vegetables, and I was like, I bought a friend with me, and I thought I was going to like a normal market, and I was so like, oh my God, like I was like, why God?
She had her shopping basket like ready to like check out.
Oh my God.
At Whole Foods. Meanwhile,
the ducks are wearing galabeyas.
The ducks are wearing And tarbushes,
Yeah.
little fezzes.
So basically, but it worked out because it ended up like I wanted to do a bargaining skit where I was like trying to go back and forth with the lady, but it ended up being so like the area, and she just was holding a goose and telling me to hold it. Like the skit just, I was screaming on camera, and that's what I dropped. Like I couldn't even like coordinate it, and that's what it was. And it actually came out to be a great skit. And even in the Uber, like the Upper Egypt one where I did like the tractor coming up, it was all like I had a general idea, but you can't be like solid. Like in Egypt, anything happens. Like you can never coordinate it.
That's so true.
For me, that's my experience. And so the tractor thing, I had it a certain way in my head, and it came out the way it came out. And I had like as an editor, I'm like, okay, let's chop it up. Let's see what I could do with what I got, you know?
Right.
So yeah,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I love going to Egypt for a certain amount of time. After that, I start withering away, but but I do love it. We go like every year, once a year.
Is the Said your favorite spot to visit, or where's your favorite spot
no.
to go? Hell no.
She said, "Hell no."
What's your favorite spot?
I actually I like going to like Alex. I like going to beaches. Like I went to why is it not Sahel? What's the other name? I can't remember.
Not Sahel, the one north coast. Marina, Sahel, Sharm, Marsa Matruh.
One of those, like a chill.
One of those, yeah,
just
the
chill.
cool, fancy beach spots that people like to go to.
Yeah, and just chill. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, after I get my dose of like slaughtering ducks, I like to go on the beach and relax and.
Yeah, you need a little of this, a little of that. Yeah.
It's like I barely go to vacation spots in Egypt, like maybe once in a while, but like after I go through 2 weeks of Egypt, I always go to Dubai for a week, and I just go like that's when I de-stress and go wild. That's when I go to all the pools, the parties, just relax. Like that's like it's like 2 weeks of family and Dubai. That's like it's the best.
So is the end of the word Dubai the way you say May? Is it kind of the same? Because I know I would say Dubai.
Right.
We're not going to say that anymore.
We're not going to say my.
We're not going to say my. We're not going to say Dubai. But I hear the shortness in the way you say Dubai.
Dubai, yeah. I think that's the Arabic way. A lot of like Americans say Dubai.
Yeah. So Dubai and May. I think that's the.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. All right. Very nice.
I like it. I like it.
All right. We want to play a little game with you before we let you go. Is that okay?
Do it. Let's do it.
All right. So this is Arab version, Middle Eastern version of Would You Rather. Just 2 questions. We'll ask you 2 questions, and then we'll let you go.
Is there a prize cash? Is there a cash prize at the end of this?
Yeah. Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
Or is it budget?
Exactly.
50 Egyptian pounds.
Exactly.
2 whole American dollars for you.
Exactly. And we'll give it to you when you go to Egypt. There's no cash advance.
Knowing you guys, I'm never going to get it there.
Redeem it at your local Saidi market.
Western Union, yeah.
It's going to be inside the duck.
Go ahead, Dos. Ask you the first question.
Okay. First question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can we get a zagruta for this? Can we get like... Aywa keda.
Oh, good. That's good.
I love this.
Yeah, exactly. That was awesome.
Have to. There's a...
Oh my.
The guy's going, you know? I don't want to drop too many secrets on this. You're going to have to bring me for part 2.
Yeah, we're going to have to save you for the next part 2. All right, first question, May. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Would you rather smell like tabikh for the rest of your life, no matter where you go? Tabikh, yani, molokhaya, I don't know, macarona, like all the heavy things, drenched.
Talking about to job interviews, to your friends' houses,
to your wedding,
no matter wherever you go.
You have that, that stench of tabikh that we all are familiar with, and I've been subject to. Christian, how many times did I come into the house and you're like, bro, did your mom cook? I'm like, crap, now I gotta. So Would you rather that, or your husband smells like straight up BO body odor, no deodorant? Deodorant cannot help him.
But
You
how
have
would
to
he be
choose.
my husband if that's the case?
It's just that's the only guy you can ever marry. You have to pick.
He's the only Fauzi available for you.
These are your two options.
This is the most depressing podcast I've ever been on. I just would like to end it right here and say, wow, thank you for depressing
Wait
me.
until question 2. Yeah.
Wait, if I thought I had no options in life, you guys really, really solidified it today. Like, who wants BO? I mean, I thought like smelling like monajeyo was sexy enough, so I guess I'd go, oh, my husband would smell like BO?
Yeah.
That might be like a natural contraceptive.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a natural divorce.
It's a natural divorce.
I think I'd definitely go with option 1. I'd rather smell like Tomich, and maybe that would help my social media game, because then I just change my username to.
I think I would too. Good choice. Good
Yes,
choice.
yay
I
for
would too.
Tabir. Good one.
I would too.
Tabir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
don't
too.
hang out with me if you're full. If you're hungry, come, let's chill. Like,
Yeah.
if you're full, let's not hang out.
Yeah.
For all those who don't know, tabich just means the smell of very heavy cooking. Tabich means like cooking or
Yeah.
cook.
And I'm already like kind of like a meal in itself. So like I'm
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. He's not even a snack, girl. You're not a snack. You a tabich, girl. You a tabich.
yeah. Let's just leave it at that. I'm the move on to question 2, please.
I couldn't even. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, Dos, go for question 2.
Oh
Go
yeah.
for question 2. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? All
Yeah.
right. Now imagine this. It's your wedding day.
Oh.
Farah, Yom el Farah, the wedding.
Mm.
Would you rather show up to your wedding riding a hamar, a donkey, or
Beautiful white dress. Beautiful white dress.
yes, with a beautiful white dress? I'm gonna sit down, Habibti. We're not done.
Or
Or
okay.
or serve your wedding guests full modemmis instead of ice cream. That's the Venetian.
That's the Venetian. Everybody thinks they're gonna go get ice cream.
Crack cocaine while you're writing these questions.
They just have their steak or salmon, and now they're ready for the Venetian, and then they go
straight full
medemmis.
nuggets.
That's it.
It's like hummus al sham. It's
You
all
get to
different.
choose one. You get the beautiful donkey ride with your Mr. Right, with your Prince Charming, or everybody's having full medemmis.
Which is fava beans.
Fava beans, yeah, straight diarrhea style.
I mean, if he's gonna marry, okay. Well, I can't be seen with 2 humars on the same. The guy that's marrying me has to be a humar aslan. 2 humars in a room, you know.
Akid.
And also, like, all night they're gonna just have they're just gonna. My family's too smart, like too fast with it. Too many puns. They're gonna make me stand next to the hamar. If they rented it for an hour, they're gonna have to delay it and make me take pictures next to it for like another 2 hours. It might eat the fool anyways.
I mean, you're from the Said, so I think the donkey might be in the picture regardless.
Yeah, something like the food.
Hey.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean, traditions.
Yeah.
You know what?
Tradition.
Tradition.
The hamtur.
Yeah.
I wouldn't show up with a donkey. I would take option 2, but what I would do is before it's dessert time, I would scream, "Fire! Everyone get the hell out!"
She found the
And
loophole.
I'd make sure the sprinklers was spraying on everybody. Get the hell out before they see that my dessert is full with them. It's like, you got to just work around it.
That's right. And you still got a limousine with the good pictures. So
Yeah,
you worked
exactly.
it. You worked it. Smart.
Exactly. So if I
Smart.
walk with the hamar, like, there's nothing to work with. If I made everyone leave the wedding early because of a fire, I could work with that.
That is awesome.
I
Yeah.
like
Very
that.
good. That's why you are where you are, because you got you know how to work it.
Girl smart. She's methodical, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
My wedding day, you can't be messing. I'm already kicking it. I already went through 10 scenarios. Definitely option 2.
Definitely an option too.
I can imagine her like leaving with a sleigh and a bunch of donkeys. Like she's out with it, like Santa Claus, May with her white dress, and just a bunch of Asher, Fauzi, Fayez.
That's Dancer Prancer.
Prince.
That's Rudolph. Oh my God.
He does not have my best interest at heart. Those does not like me.
I can't wait. عقبالك يا ماما عقبالك. I
Yeah.
That's hilarious. May, we want to thank you so much for spending time with us.
Oh my God, that was so fun. I thought there was gonna be one more. I'm not gonna lie.
You worked it. We worked you enough. Tabnaki Mahana.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes,
We
and
had so much fun. So much fun. We can't wait to have you back on.
Yes, we definitely want to hang out with you again. Dos, let all the listeners and the viewers know where they can find her one more time.
Oh yeah. So guys, if you wanna follow my very funny friend May, hilarious, you could find her at MaisVault, MaisVault. She's on Instagram. Slide up in her DM, all right? But she will not answer you. No, I'm just joking. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok. She's on YouTube. What else are you on? What else are you on?
Oh, those are the 3 platforms. You got it all.
3 main platforms is Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. She's hilarious. Follow her, everyone. You will not be disappointed. We're so proud of you. I can't wait. I'm excited for you.
Yes, and it was such an honor having you as our first guest. We definitely want to have you back in the future. Thank you so much for being here with us. Your content is awesome. I am a huge fan, and I'm looking forward to just seeing what else you have to put out there, and keep rocking, keep killing it.
Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see the other episodes of this podcast. Seriously.
For sure.
Oh, thank you, man.
For having me, it was an honor, for real.
Did you have fun at the Lower Middle East Side?
Yes, you guys are 2 kick-ass guys. Seriously.
Woo!
Thank you very much, and we'll hang out again soon.
And like even this podcast has you thinking about like I have to go think about my wedding right now and see how I got. You see this podcasting about a lot of things. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Those great hanging out with you. May, you're the best. Keep rocking. And for everybody who hung out with us, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys again soon.
Yes. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.